Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Celeb, and Bolts.
Hey, what's up, guys? It is Celeb back again for another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast. I'm feeling a little rusty, but we've been doing a lot of stuff recently. There's been a lot of constant going-ons, and man, just trying to get things down to a fine-tuned schedule is crazy, but I am joined by the Second Opinion Guildmaster, former former nuclear physicist. He's changing his shit. Former nuclear physicist, Toaster McGee. What's up, Toaster?
That's Dr. Toaster McGee.
Dr. Toaster McGee, I'm sorry.
No, what's going on?
Also joined by... I'm going to say the CEO, the man himself, Mr. Janky. Hello, Mr. Janky.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just went back to the different status this time. I couldn't think of a good CEO pun. I think I ran through them all.
No way. There's no way Janky ran through them.
Maybe I just didn't have the time.
That's probably a little bit closer to...
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we are here. Big shout outs to Fusion, always popping in. Yeah, dude, it's good to be back on the podcast, and we've got some good stuff to talk about today. So
much.
First off, we're going to talk about what we've been gaming. So, Janky, we're going to start with you today. What have we been gaming, bro?
Gosh, what have I been gaming lately? Me and my friend technically finished. We rolled credits on Elden Ring Night Rain. We beat the last boss of the bosses. We had been playing like 2-player because it's a 3-player game. You're supposed to go in with 3 players if you're not familiar with the concept of it. It's like 3-player boss rush. You try to go and kill as many like bosses as you can until you get to the final one. And they don't scale differently for a 2-player match or for 2 players by themselves. Like 2 players fighting the boss is the exact same as 3 players fighting the boss. But we just did 2 players because we don't want to matchmake or whatever. We don't have to deal with some random that's going to run off and do whatever. So we're just going to do it by ourselves. We finally said we can't do this. This sucks. It's too hard. We can't beat this guy. So we gave in and we started matchmaking, and we turns out that people that are still playing Elden Ring Night Rain this long after release with nothing as far as like updates or any idea that there's like a roadmap for future content for this game. The only people that are still playing are like John Night Rain himself, just the most hardcore of hardcore players. We were getting carried through some of these last few bosses over the weekend. Like, it was hilarious.
I love how you called him John Night Rain himself.
I mean, it seemed like it. This guy was just
pretty much the CEO of FromSoft now. He's been promoted just because what he's played in the game.
Dude just wasn't even like, you didn't even show off or paying or anything. He was just like, I'm just going to go to this place. If you follow me, you win. And we just followed him and we won.
Come with me if you want to live.
Basically.
Shout out to Play More Game. Look at a nice little cup I got from Summer Games Fest. Well, I gifted it to my wife, and she hasn't used it. And I told her, hey, I'm using this cup. just for some good old agua. Toaster.
Yes.
Oh, shout outs to Hardly Casual as well. Always popping in. Man, we got some good people up in here today. I guess we got a good little time frame. Toaster, what you been gaming, bro?
Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced.
You bastard. You bastard. Why? What? Is it a good game or something? I mean, what are we talking about here?
It's awful. I fucking hate it.
God, man, there's so many fucking people that are still coming out and like trying to trash that as a bad remaster, saying, "Oh, well, they took a couple of things out, like finishing moves." And that's why I hate it. That's why I don't like it. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? That's why you don't like it? Is because some finishing moves were taken out of the game? Like, I'm so confused, dude. It doesn't make sense to me.
The old school Assassin's Creed games, one of my favorite things about them, especially like as a kid, was like watching some of those executions. The first time I watched, I think it was just even Altair just run somebody through with a sword, and I was like, oh, I'm playing a video game now. This is real. This is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean
it's just wild, bro.
They made some changes.
To be fair, some of the ways that Kenway
dropped
dropped some of these people is still pretty freaking brutal with two cutlasses. I mean,
I gotta turn on. I forgot to turn
the
on
hidden blade assassinations are still there. They're just part of the kill cinematic.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like now, mind you. I mean, I will say I did like the fact that in the original game or in the original release, you could do like a lot with the hidden blades. You could actually use them as like a primary weapon. And you could kind of use it how you wanted to. But I mean, still, like, look at this game. Like, are you kidding me?
Good.
Like, it looks good. It feels
amazing.
good. I mean, it plays really well. I see that some people on PC are starting to get that old glitch again, though, Toaster, to where your ship like sinks down into the water into like a fucking rectangle.
Just goes. It turns the Jackdaw into a submarine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
I haven't had that happen to me. I didn't have it happen at all, but I mean, yeah, I agree with Toaster, dude. Like, the game is great, but what have you been really playing recently, like with this game? Like, what missions are you focusing on right now?
Right now, I'm just sailing around exploring stuff. And like I just got done with the plantation, and now I'm going after the galleon. So, but I've been doing a lot of exploring.
Yeah,
I haven't been doing a lot of the main quest stuff yet. And then
that's the way, right?
I downloaded.
This is the way.
I downloaded the bowling game that just recently launched on Xbox Live.
What bowling game?
It's like PBA, Pro Bowling Association.
Oh my god.
And like really, because there's like a weird looking, if Bob Ross had given up his life of artistry to become a pro bowler on the cover. But yeah.
This is real?
Awesome.
Yeah, this is real. If you go on the Xbox like live game or Xbox, I don't know if it's on PC, but it's definitely on the console.
It's like is it like 2026 or something?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't even know they had a pro bowling game. Like, I didn't know that was a real thing. Toaster, are you like hold up. I can feature this.
Oh, there you
go. Look at that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Toaster, what level are you in this already?
I just started. Like I just got out of the tutorial.
Hold up, we gotta scoot this forward. Look at this. Look at these action shots too, bro. They do full action shots.
I did manage to get the now it's a ham bone achievement because I got like 4 strikes in a row. I do enjoy bowling. I must say I
enjoy bowling as well. I'm a
fan of bowling, darts, and pool.
Every time I end up like going bowling, like I'll go like as hard in the paint as I can, and it's like been like 12 months since I bowled last. So the next morning I wake up, I feel like my arm's about to fall off.
Yeah.
So I usually kind of hold off from doing that. Janky, what did you say you played earlier?
Oh, I've played mostly Elden Ring Night Rain. What else have I been playing though? I picked up Slime Rancher 2 for when I'm tired of like stressful things. So that was been really a lot of fun. Just wandering around and just sucking up slimes in my vacuum cleaner.
Hey, my
exploring the colors.
I think me and Dara and Amara kind of got into that whenever it first came out.
Yeah, it sucks. It's single player only. It'd be great for like co-op slimery, but like it's good as it is just to kind of unwind and look at all the pretty colors and explore.
Look at all the pretty colors. Before I talk about what I've been gaming, I hadn't really had a chance to kind of show this yet, but I was finally able to get my Alien Isolation 2 hands-on impressions up.
Yeah,
and I shared some gameplay and stuff like that from it. I'm supposed to be getting a reactionary video up soon that actually has like my webcam footage and like pure reactions from the event while there. But as you guys can see, this is a game that I can't wait to play. I mean, it is more, instead of it being kind of centralized to like spaceship kind of gameplay as the last one was, there's moments to where you're like, this is a very pretty much the very beginning of the game, and you're playing as a new protagonist. The ship from Isolation 1 has crashed onto this planet.
That took the ship that Amanda went to the Sevastopol on?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
But I forgot. Did she?
I think it is, bro. Because this is supposed to be the same exact xenomorph.
I do want to mention, since we were talking about games we were playing, and I just slipped my mind, I did just start playing the first Alien Isolation.
Did you really?
Just like about a weekend ago, yeah.
Awesome, bro. Is this your first time to like really play through it?
I've never played it,
bro.
yeah.
Man.
You're gonna poop yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going through with my friend, and my friend is much more scared of things than I am. So it's been very fun whenever it's like their turn on the controller, and like I'll kind of look away for a second, then I just hear like a scream. I'm like, "What? Oh gosh! Oh gosh!"
Yeah, there's a lot of moments.
Be like robots all up in his face, and it's just like, "Oh,
yeah."
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a lot of really crazy moments in that, but I feel like that's where they're trying to keep that kind of alien feel to it, like as they did in the cinematic universe, to where, you know, like a ship after this big long voyage, a ship crashes, or they pull something from a ship in the previous movie or something. But there's only so many moments in this gameplay that you'll actually see the xenomorph. But the gameplay is very visceral because it's like really up in your face, very realistic graphics. And like I said, you guys need to get ready. It's going to be good. Also, I have been playing. Oh, man. What have I been playing? I started playing back through Oblivion. I've got just like a random gameplay moment or random like 2 to 3 hour gameplay session that I recorded this weekend.
Everybody in that game looks like they like stuck their face into a vat of Botox.
Yeah, of course they do.
Like,
but listen, I'm just saying,
surprised to see you
every one of them are super surprised.
Like, oh my God, welcome to my shop. I was in here 30 seconds ago.
No, it's like, oh my God.
I literally just bought a sword from what the
Hold up, wait. No, it's
ever been to the Cloud District?
it's oh my God, welcome to my shop. And then whenever you try to persuade them and you say the wrong thing, they're like, get out of here, you sycophant. You're like, what the fuck?
The faces they make on the Speechcraft game whenever you like hover over to see like which one's bad, they're just like, I hate that one.
But I've been playing back through a lot of Doom the Dark Ages as well, the DLC for Doom the Dark Ages. I've had my second or third run through on it, and such a great game, dude. Really, really great game. big announcement as well. We did officially switch over to a new scoring scale system for our reviews. Something that I originally was going to do whenever we were like before I published Dark Ages Revelations and Assassin's Creed Black Flag, because I feel like sometimes on our like 5-star scaling system, I don't really have enough room to breathe whenever it comes down to like sharing an opinion, because it's like, if you do a 3, people don't know if it's good or if it's bad, or you know what I'm saying? And I could do a 3, and in my mind, I'm thinking it's like a 70 or a 7 out of 10 or something like that, but other people could be like a 3 out of 5. Oh, that's trash.
That's a bad game. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like moving to a 0 to 10 scale is a lot easier of a way to kind of showcase how I feel about, what I've played or whatever. And I think, we're kind of going to move to that across the board over at Cinelinx, I think. So it's like, if we're going to be doing a number scaling system, then we need to do one that can be easily represented in a number basis instead of just 5 stars or whatever. So I don't know for sure on that, but I'm sure y'all will agree with me on that.
There's a lot of
algebraic
games.
equations.
Algebra.
I'm gonna rate this x plus y equals minus f to the second power of 3.
And if you want to know what that means, watch the review.
I think I can pull out the quadratic equation. Hold on.
Right.
A minus C under a square root. But no, there's a lot of games that I
First,
reviewed
you need
that
to
I was
prove
like,
this isn't
I
a
put it
isosceles
like
triangle.
what was it, 3.5 stars, and it was like, man, 3.5 stars just means so many things to so many different people. So
Yeah, it really
there are
does.
times I'm just like, there's just so much more granularity. Just go there. Well, what if I put like an 8, like a 7? A 7.5 means a lot more than a 3.5,
Yes, because you could still you could give a game a good rating by giving it an 8 out of 10, but giving it an 8 out of 10 compared to a 3.5 out of the 5 or something gives we'll give our readers and give our viewers and stuff a little bit better of an understanding of why, I gave it an 8 out of 10 because these main reasons. And there was a lot of times that I didn't really feel right scoring some of these games lower than like a 4.5 because I really enjoyed my time with them. But, there was some small ass little bullshit. So I couldn't give it a 9.5 or a 9.2 or a 9 out of 10 without feeling, or an 8 out of 10 without feeling like I was doing it a disservice as well. So, but I really think that's going to help kind of give that opinion, that second opinion, a little bit more grandeur. So we're going to go ahead and get down into this episode, talk about some of these mainline topics. And first off, man, just getting it there and kind of talking about the big, the big announcement that
the aftershocks of what kept happening, or what happened last week or the week before.
Yeah. So, really crazy. But a note from Bethesda Game Studios has been officially shared. And this note is a plethora of information. I'm not going to read
written under duress. Microsoft CEO is listening.
Yeah, they're like,
letter right
get
now.
the note.
Tell everybody everything's fine.
Yeah.
Twice if you're in trouble.
Yeah. You see Todd Howard over there, and he's walking past you, and he's like has his hand behind his back. He's like, help me, please, God. So
blink twice if you need help, Todd.
Yeah. So, some good news here. So, Starfield continues with over 17 million players logging almost 1 billion hours to date. Starfield remains an important part of our future. As we enter year 3, we'll continue to expand the settled systems with new stories, targeted gameplay improvements, and additional updates while preparing for the launch of new Starborn content next year. With more than 40% of players already customize their experience through creations, and will continue investing in creators and give players a player's new way to play Starfield their own way. So before we move on, what do you guys think about that? Toaster, what do you think about the Starfield aspect of things?
Okay. Stop trying to No Man's Sky that game, because it's not going to happen. Like,
it's just not the same. Like, it's not the same kind of ground. The ground isn't as fertile for, like, you know, building something new and better. You already what you already have is kind of what you can have. They'd have to go back and rewrite like all the faction quests. They'd have to put so much more into it than what is already there.
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to do more to like make the planets seem not boring. You know, like, I mean, the space travel was cool. The whole Starborn concept's pretty neat, you know, but I want to fight aliens, man.
And I told y'all this too. Like, my initial review, I think, I probably gave it a little bit too high of a review.
It's like they made Star Trek.
I was like,
if Star Trek was just boring.
Yeah, like I think I was really excited for what I did play, because I put in hours and hours of that game. I got it like 2 weeks early. I really played a lot of the stories and side quests. To be honest, like, I don't think I expanded and I went to some of these different planets and stuff, but there were so many options to go to. I was mainly going to the ones that were like close knitted to where the story quests were. So I would get what I wanted out of those areas. But then, like, months and months later, I go back and play it, and I start doing just random kind of drops in on some of these planets. I'm like, there's nothing here, bro. Like,
right, that's
this
the problem.
Entire planet
is like, it's just barren and
like you go on a planet and there's like a factory that has like 12 pirates on it, and then you go out and you're like walking through the planet trying to find more stuff, and it's just, there's nothing. There wasn't like, I mean, I think it was a little too overzealous in that sense. Like, it would be one thing if everything was like generated in a way to where it was like random loot that you could find in random, you know, buildings, or even if it was like the same building, but the color was changed and it was like more expanded. And when you go to these, you pick up like specific contracts or, you know, something exclusive for like going and spending the time of exploring that planet.
No, they needed to do more to flesh out the side adventures and stuff. It just, you know, like, the main story was neat, but you have this vast galaxy that you're letting people explore, and there's nothing to do. There's nothing story wise. There's no, you know, and I mean, they should have just taken a page out of Skyrim's book. Like, everything you do in Skyrim feels like it was its own kind of cool thing. Like, all of the cave explorations and things like that. But you need to put something in those caves to be like an antagonist, to give us a reason to explore other than, oh, I got a bunch of minerals. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know. I mean, if you're trying to keep it grounded, cool, but put more enemies on the planets, put factions, like, actually expand on the lore of Starfield. You know, give us different pirate factions. You know, give us rep that we can build with these various pirate factions, or we can decide to be space police like we can with the Space Rangers. But then you fucked everything up by making people pay real money to download bounty missions. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, Starfield could have been so much better, and like, it just made it worse when they hyped up the expansion, because they were like, explore dark space and the Temple of the Serpent and blah 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 blah. It's like, well, no, this is pretty boring again. So
That's
Yeah.
what I really liked about Avowed is the exploration aspect. There's a lot of problems with that. If you guys hadn't played it, it's the Obsidian. It's like their latest kind of their. It's almost like a Fallout, like or an Elder Scrolls, like I'd call it. It's very feels in the same like first person exploration. It has its problems, yeah, but I love that there's so many things that you get rewarded for your exploration. There's like, what's that? A tower. I'm gonna go climb that tower. Oh, there's an awesome chest up here. There's cool stuff in this tower. Oh, what's that? There's like a little cave over there. I'm gonna go like, oh look, there's something down here too. It's just like, oh, I love to just go around and wander, and then I get little treats, and it doesn't really feel like it feels like it was like very video gamey. It's not immersive in like a reality way at all. It's like, here's my little treat for doing the thing that I wanted to do. Hooray! And I love that in video games. Honestly,
it feels a lot like what Kingdoms of Amalur felt like.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and I love that one too. Honestly,
I've been trying to play Avowed. I just need Garrus to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the companions are a little on the weak side.
I liked him in Mass Effect when he didn't talk. Something to go calibrate all the fucking. I gotta go calibrate the weapons. All right, cool.
I never got around to playing Avowed. I heard that it was like somewhat of a good game, but I don't know. I never got around to playing it.
It's good. My issue is I was very flippant with my answers to the entity that you encounter in that game. So my story, I don't know up from down in the moral compass of my story right now. It's just simply because of how flippant I have been with. I do know that the one lady, like the evil paladin lady, I was like, I'm gonna murder you the first chance I get. I'm gonna take care of that storyline. Like I was chopping at the bit by the time you got to fight one of those paladins. I was like, I can't wait.
I think it's a game that probably really would have benefited from like a solid sequel where they could have like built it out. But well, that's probably not going to happen now, considering Obsidian is working on Fallout.
Yeah,
but Obsidian's also stepped forward and said like, hey, don't assume.
True. Hard to not be excited for Obsidian Fallout, though. That's for sure.
I think the irony of Obsidian Fallout is fucking hilarious.
It's something.
Well, speaking of all the bullshit, that's actually what we're going to talk about next.
Because it didn't hit the Metacritic score, and now Microsoft's like, hey, guess what?
We're going to remake Vegas.
Where's this at? That's actually one of the things that was in this note. We have full confirmation that Fallout is about to really come back in a big way. They're going to continue with Fallout 76 content, which Fallout 76 now is one of the largest multiplayer games that Bethesda's ever made. And I'll tell you this, dude. But listen, listen. Just listen.
Jesus.
I'm just saying, bro.
You made a wedding cake. Nobody cares.
No, listen, bro. You need to look at the player count on this game, man. I mean, it's fucking wild.
Like that they keep trying to make me eat this wedding cake, and all I want is
no. I don't think that's what they're trying to do. I mean, because I think there are specific Fallout fans that play Fallout 76. And though it's, it is very expansive, it has a lot of really big story and stuff like that. They've done a lot of new things to really improve it, especially with the new Raven Rock prequel story to Fallout 3 coming to Fallout 76 later this year or the beginning of next year. They've done a lot to really make it into a big experience for multiplayer fans. They've done, I think, me particularly, and I know Elder Scrolls Online still has a massive amount of fan base, but I think they've done even more with this game than they did with ESO. But like I said, that's a big thanks. Honestly, I hate saying it, but that's a big thanks to Xbox, because when Xbox brought it over to Game Pass, PlayStation was like, oh, well, we're going to do the same thing and put it on PlayStation Plus. And a lot of people ended up jumping in and buying that online pass to really support it. But I'm not going to share my opinions on that because I don't,
I tried to get into ESO multiple times, and I couldn't.
Yeah, ESO's like I said, it's got a very centralized fan base. That like I'm glad. Okay, I'm very very glad that they have the expansion that they do, but it's just not for me, bro. Also, they have announced that they are officially working on remasters for both Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, which is great. I mean, especially after all the fucking years of speculation, bro. Like,
Dude, what are you talking about? Everybody, it's like the worst kept secret in gaming.
Like,
just as bad as the remaster of Black Flag.
Oh my God, man! I mean,
all you had to do was look at the success that freaking Oblivion did, and I guarantee you, they're probably top secretly working on a fucking remaster of Morrowind.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
But if they do that, man, you better have a hard drive.
Right? And then
everything old is new again, right?
They have
I just want to find Lincoln's repeater and use that in Ultra 4K high def in the Fallout 3 remake.
Ridiculous.
Because that is hands down the best rifle in Fallout 3.
It is.
So
I will say. Also, they did congratulate Amazon Studios on 10 Emmy nominations for Fallout Season 2, and production of Season 3 is already underway. And then they did announce that it says, and while we won't host a traditional Fallout Day broadcast this year, we are already planning something special for Fallout's 30th anniversary in 2027 when Fallout Day will be celebrated live in Washington, D.C.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
My God. But big thing, of course, is the fact that Obsidian Entertainment has been officially announced to be working on a new Fallout project. It's also been announced that ZeniMax Online Studios will partner closely with Bethesda Game Studios on Elder Scrolls, the Elder Scrolls franchise, while continuing to deliver incredible new experiences for Elder Scrolls Online.
So do you think for Fallout 5 we're going to go to Colorado?
I don't really know. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not even gonna get into like what I think could possibly happen with Elder Scrolls and Fallout, because I mean, Fallout 5, they're saying that Fallout 5 and Elder Scrolls 6 are being created in the new creation engine, and they've got all this big plans for it, but I'm getting it out of my head, dude. I really am. Like, I don't want to even think about those games, because I mean, we're going to get the remasters. I think we get those remasters within the next year, as like a bundle or something like that, or like a sporadic kind of like one launches at the beginning of the year, one launches at the end. But I'm getting Elder Scrolls and Fallout 5 out of my head, bro. Because like I really don't think we're gonna see those until like 2028, 2029, or even 2030. And that's a realistic. I think that's a realistic kind of mindset to have with these games. I'm totally down to play remasters though of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. So I never got all the way to the end of New Vegas. Fucking Bolts.
You should.
Bolts commented on here and said ESO trash. Bring back Elder Scrolls Legends. Big shout out to Bolts, by the way. That bastard moved to
Hawaii.
the big island in Hawaii, and it's so weird to not have him here in town. But I am
here I am taking his place on the bottom third.
No. Listen, everyone has their place at the Council of Second Opinion. But I think that this is.
Some of us are bougie now and live in fucking Hawaii.
Yeah.
We can't all live like kings, huh?
Man, yeah. But I mean, I think it's cool. Like it says here, across Bethesda Game Studios, we're building a future for Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Starfield. We're investing in our technology, bringing teams closer, supporting our live games, and expanding into new forms of entertainment, and developing the next generation of Bethesda RPGs. you know,
I
don't know what to say,
I don't know
bro.
how they're gonna do that, considering their fucking studio is gutted.
Right?
Well, it's not. I wouldn't say that their studio was gutted because,
Dude,
but
like,
listen.
There's one dude.
This is coming from somebody that literally yelled and screamed at the top of his fucking lungs. Okay, in this last bit, but afterwards, Hugo Martin himself came out in a live stream with Joshua, which is one of the main global community managers at id Software and Bethesda. They talked about all the going ons. They talked about the team, and of course, they were upset about the drop in staff at id Software. But Hugo Martin came out and said the staff that they have now at id Software in Richardson. Oh, there's a Black Cherry ad going on right now. Get off of my screen.
Anybody else feel?
No, Star Trek. Sorry.
For some reason, I don't know.
Jakey's like, I want some Black Cherry, energy drink. So he had stated that the staff at id Software is roughly about the same size staff they had when they did Doom 2016. He also stated that they will have support from Machine Games, who has a ton of people in Machine Games that works on the id Tech engine. Also from id Software in Frankfurt. So that's the only thing that I guess I mean, of course, it's like super sad to see that these people lost their jobs, bro. Like, it's very irritating to me because the studio was such a success on a constant basis. Same thing with the Bethesda games, even though some of the titles have come out over the last few years and they've been kind of okay. Most of the times they make their sales margins. So I don't see like cutting jobs why that would help. Asha Sharma did say that there was a lot of things at Xbox that were going through like multiple tiers of bosses instead of it being like straight line. They said, and instead of it being like a 3-tier boss level, it was like 14 levels of here. This is what we need to get approved, and then they hand it to the next person. Okay, this is what we need to get approved.
I have 7 bosses.
Send it to this next person.
Yeah. So when I fuck up, I get to hear about it 7 different times.
Oh my god, the best movie of all time. I have 7 bosses. Oh my god. That was like a revolutionary movie, though, bro. Like, I feel like somebody watched that movie and the next day went to work and was like, fuck this place. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had to have.
I forgot my pieces of flair before I got on the podcast today. Sorry, guys.
How dare you? But
Here, man. Watch the cornhole, buddy.
Oh my god, I gotta look that up.
This is now just an Office Space podcast. Why should
everybody
I
talks
change my name?
about
He's the one
that
who
scene
sucks.
where they're all in the field and they're beating the shit out of that printer.
Mhm.
And if you watch closely, Peter and Naina Najjar use weapons and or are kicking it.
Yeah.
Michael Bolton goes after that thing straight bare-fisted. Like this.
He did.
And I feel that. Like, whenever I had to deal with printer issues, I also just want to start punching them.
Here, hold up real quick. Let me see if I can.
It's a problem of motivation, all right? Now, if I work my ass off and Initech ships a few extra units, I don't see another dime. So where's the motivation? And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
I beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it. That's my only real motivation, is not to be hassled. That and the fear of losing my job. But you know, Bob, that'll only make someone work just hard enough not to get fired.
Bro, that game, I'm telling you, that movie right there is a religious, like a religious experience. You're like, oh my God, bro. That's so on point.
My judge knew what he was doing when he wrote that one.
Man, he did. But yeah, this announcement from Bethesda, I mean, I think it's big. I think it's good. It's more or less confirming what we already knew. But, I'm not going to get overly excited for the future of Elder Scrolls Fallout. or Starfield right now. I'm going to take it, like it's the only piece of food that I have for the next 10 years. So if I want to really enjoy it, I've got to just nibble it here and there.
There are other games that I just want to sit down with the lead developer and just look at them and go, well, such as the Knights of the Old Republic remake. I need whomever at Saber Interactive to stop with it's still being worked on and show me proof of life, please.
I just want one Karth voice line. That's all I need. Let me know he's there. Let me know he's alive.
No, fuck that lone wolf space ranger fucking whiny ass. He is the reason that fucking Caden in Mass Effect dies in every playthrough that I play.
Did you know I do this on purpose sometimes?
Did you see?
Karth looks like something's bothering him. Maybe you should go talk. What do you want Karth now, you whiny little paladin bitch?
Did you hear?
Maybe we should think anyway.
We're talking about Star Wars games not coming out. Over the last few years, we've had a lot of Star Wars games that have been like randomly canceled.
Level 13.
1313, man, was a big one. But now Studio Quantic Dreams is coming out and insists that its Star Wars Eclipse team has all the necessary resources to complete its mission despite striking staff claiming risk of cancellation. But from what the staff is saying is the game, one of the staff members came out and said the game can literally not be finished if we lose any more staff. If we have more people that are fired in the next year, there's no possible way the game is going to be finished. And I'm going to state this. Stop fucking with Star Wars games, bro. Like, don't fucking announce a mega trailer for a Star Wars game that everyone is excited for outside of the ones that we've already seen. And then 2 years, 3 years after it's announced, you just lose sight of this. I mean, I've got to say, I agree with Toaster, the Knights of the Old Republic. Like, I was very excited to play it because the game was going to have like new gameplay styles, new gameplay mechanics. They said that like you could either play it in the MMO style or you could play it more kind of like action based, kind of like you could in like, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh my god! Don't stop.
Listen. I'm just talking about my excitement.
Wielding lightsabers, a la Devil May Cry combat style. Fuck yes, please. Just hurry up and give me the game.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and then Eclipse seemed pretty promising. So I really am going to be irritated if that game doesn't come out.
But see, I get a lot of that game, and just like I get it with Mass Effect 5, like you have to like. Those are the only game. Like I feel like Coder definitely. If you fuck that up, torches and pitchforks are coming for you. Like that's just like the amount of fan hate that's gonna come boiling in is, and I feel that for the dev team, and it sucks. It sucks that the internet's like that, and it shouldn't be. And the same thing with Mass Effect. Jesus, you show us a trailer of Liara picking up what is obviously Shepard's freaking comms chunk. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's all we have. And then Casey Hudson occasionally, like, I mean, now, and that's the other thing. You have his fucking Star Wars game that he's like, yeah, I'm doing a single player Star Wars game again. And all of us who knew Coder were like, huh?
Are you now?
Well, there's a lot of things. I mean, like, you got Zero Company that a lot of people are excited about, which is like a turn-based single player Star Wars game. And it looks really interesting. But then you also have Galactic Racers coming out soon, which I think is a really fun game. But like these are I feel like Zero Company is going to add some good story and lore and all that other stuff to the Star Wars thing. Galactic Racers is more kind of like fun, like take your mind off of all the craziness
I'm so pumped for that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I loved Episode 1 Racer. That was one of my favorite games.
Man, I'm going to tell you.
It felt so good. I knew all those like pod racers by heart. I felt like such a nerd. I was like,
know
oh
that I
man,
have
Odie
this.
Mandrell's gonna win this one, and I was like, who the hell's Odie Mandrell? You
Odie
don't know Odie
Mandrell.
Mandrell? You don't know Gasgano?
Right.
You don't know Team Topagales? Like, what are we doing here? Dud Bolt. Someone's got to know Dud Bolt, right?
The Galactic Racer gameplay was really wild. Where's that pod racing section at? I have it on here. Right here. The pod racing gameplay was so fun, bro. And I feel like playing a game like this, you know, it will get me engulfed enough in like Star Wars that I'll be like really excited. Sorry about the black spots. Like there were like splits that I swear to God I took out, but I didn't. But playing a game like this is fun. You know, it's fun playing a pod racing game. It's fun playing a Star Wars racing game, especially like this one, because it feels more like, instead of it just being like another pod racing game, it feels closer to, you're like, I know these people.
Odie Mandrell, there he is.
It feels closer to kind of like a Burnout style Star Wars racing game, because I mean you could fly up, do these little special moves, knock these other racers into the wall, and you get this kind of cool cinematic camera that like breaks off and shows their vehicle exploding. So it's really fun. But you know, when you look at the grand scope of things and you show, I mean, like, dude, the fandom around KOTOR is, I don't think I even realized how big that is.
Oh yeah.
And Toaster, I remember when it was like announced. I mean, there's other ones too. What, like Fate of the Old Republic? What the fuck happened with that?
That's the new one that Casey Hudson's working on.
RPG,
Okay, so there's Fate of the Old Republic, and
Oh,
then
there's-
there's Knights of the Old Republic.
There's Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Republic 2, the Sith Lords, and then there's Knights of the Republic, Fallen Republic, or whatever, or Fate of the Old Republic, which is the spiritual successor to the first two games.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
we can't even get a fucking release date.
No, dude,
But I mean, like this, I remember this scene. Oh yeah, that's true. They did just announce that, what, like 6 months ago.
Yeah, like,
But I remember this scene right here, and Toaster would not shut the fuck up about this part. Like when it was shown, oh my God, he was like, ah!
Yeah.
Even Bolts, oh my God. I mean, he was tripping about this game. And I never, listen, I'm being honest, I never got into KOTOR. Like, I think I tried to play the original KOTOR when they launched it as a mobile, like, port.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
I
I was
tried
like,
that one. It sucked.
I'm finally playing it. But
it'd
it
be
was
so much
definitely-
better if Carth Onassi would just shut the fuck up.
It was definitely different playing it on the phone.
I don't like the way you killed those guys, General.
But there's I think, you know, there's a lot of promise for these games, and whenever you don't share an update for so many years, and I mean, it's hard for people not to have speculation that this game is done for. And it's just
I mean, that's like one of the studios that got hit with the cuts, the State of Decay. You haven't done anything for like 8 years.
It's wild.
You know, yeah, it's a tough situation, because if they're not being told that they have milestones to hit, and then they also get turned around and then say, well, why haven't you hit any milestones? Because what I saw, I'd have to go find the article or whatever, but what I saw is that a lot of them were being like specifically kept in a very hands-off direction. They're like, you know, we want you to make something cool that you like, and so they, you know, a lot of like, I think especially like Zombie Labs just kind of said, okay, we'll just slow burn it and just do whatever we can do, and then everything turns around and it's like, oh, by the way, that's not what we meant. Actually, we needed you to make something now. Also,
Yeah,
why
right.
haven't
You're
you,
like,
why haven't you made anything? So, you know, there's the thing where it's like, you should have made something, but at the same time, it's like, well, where was anyone saying, hey, where was something where is the oversight in the last 8 years?
Yeah. I just noticed that I had this on my desk for some reason.
Hey, classic.
All right, Game of the Year edition, Xbox. I better hold on to this.
Yeah,
This could be my child's college fund. You know,
Physical
I saw a streamer or the chick that was in that new Obsession movie. Somebody gifted her a copy of Modern Warfare 2, like from the original release of Modern Warfare 2, and it was like it was in a graded case. And cool. She was like, "Oh my God, this is Modern Warfare 2 2009." And they was like, yeah. One of the copies recently was in such pristine condition, it sold for $1,000. And I'm like,
Jesus Christ.
That's what's made me really revert my ideology on like, oh, I play my games visually or visually. Like everybody does.
I play
my games visually.
And there's blind people that have beaten.
I play echolocation.
Yes. I play my games digitally. A lot of my games are all digital because a lot of the games that I get are all review codes. But it's like I'm really starting to kind of revert my ideology on things now because like I'm seeing this more often. I'm seeing these fucking people literally selling these like Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 games and stuff that are in mint condition with fucking graded boxes and shit on them. And they're trying to sell them. They're selling them for like thousands of dollars. I'm like, oh my God,
if you get bored, look up how much the Simon's Quest cartridge is going for.
I know. There's actually a Simon's Quest that they have at the Game Exchange here in town, and it's like they're selling it, and it's not even in like the best condition. They're selling it for like $350.
Jesus,
I'm like, fucking bitch.
But do they?
But that's the one thing I will say that I hate about Game Exchange is like, bro, you'll have like a Super Nintendo copy of Barbie's like horse trails or something. And it's like $95. I'm like, all right, bro. Like,
hey, Barbie's Horse Adventures was a classic.
It was a classic. That's why Atari's remaking them all.
Worth every dollar.
So speaking of Simon's Quest,
I'm kind of stoked because surprisingly, or not surprisingly, the fucking storylines are amazing. But there's been a sudden like spike in interest in the Absolute Batman storyline, and Absolute Green Arrow just got renewed for another 12 issues.
I was really confused there for a second. I thought you were still talking about Barbie.
No.
Absolute Barbie's going to go hard.
Absolute
Barbie's going to be.
But real quick,
all right,
Simon's
call
Quest,
out Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. There you guys go. Absolute Barbie. Do it.
That one's free, guys.
You were talking about Simon's Quest earlier. Castlevania Belmont's Curse has no AI, developer Evil Empire has stated. In Paris, Game Informer sat down and they were able to interview 3 developers on this, and they talked about the development of this game. It says, from Konami's standpoint, we haven't used AI and we don't know what's going to happen next, but we don't really have a stance on it at this point in time. I must confess, I do use AI to correct my sentences in English. This is one of the French developers. He said after some laughter in the room, they had stated to answer the question of the game, no AI. It is very important to respect the direction for the team and for our fans and for the industry. For the moment, what is important is we have a real creation to our soul in this, to have our soul in this game. So I don't have any problem with AI, but in our job in this game, we have no AI in the development of this title. So
that game needs to drop a demo like now.
I knew you were going to be really excited about this because you're like, I keep on forgetting how much of a Castlevania nut you are.
Oh, dude, I love those. I love that series.
Did you love Lords of Shadow? Yeah, exactly.
Lords of Shadow is one of the funniest games I've ever played. Like, I could not stop laughing whenever the horse just shows up out of nowhere and he's just like, "Get on my back, we have to go." And I was like, what is happening? This horse is talking to me? We're gonna go fight a Colossus now? What? I don't care. Let's go. I'm having a good time.
I mean, I liked the combat. I mean, because for me, my first experience with a 3D Castlevania style game was Castlevania 3D on the fucking N64, and that game sucked.
It did.
Like,
for what it was, Lords of Shadow was cool, but it was like
yeah,
not
no, it
really
was
a
it was an
Castlevania.
interesting take on the whole Castlevania lore. Like
Yeah.
making it Dracula was actually a Belmont. I was like, oh, okay, interesting twist.
Why not? Yeah.
You know, but now I like how they're bringing the storyline to kind of like mirror almost like how they do with Assassin's Creed. Like it's an alternate history, but they're using like, you know, medieval Paris or Renaissance Paris, you know, and
Yeah.
I like this game looks amazing, and I mean I loved Dead Cells, so you know I really want to get my hands on this game.
Even more so hearing that it doesn't have AI. Like I'm pretty far into the like full AI, like reject AI camp. I've got some nuanced opinions on it that we could go into, but like I do think in this stance of games, like that is going to be a really strong like badge of honor that you can like put onto your game moving forward, because I think a lot of people are going to be like dipping and dabbling into using like these AI features, and I, you know, for better or for worse, for whatever it is, right? But I do think that there's going to be a lot of ways that people are going to endear themselves to like customers just by saying, hey, we're not doing any of that. Like everything we have 100% hand coded, hand drawn, handwritten, hand everything. And I think that's
yeah, I mean, I think that's a really big thing. You know, I will say my standpoint on AI being used in game development and stuff. It depends on what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It depends on like if they're using it as like a necessary tool to like, you know, make the game represented in like 4K and just to like visually kind of,
I mean, there's a difference between
make it pop
like,
a little bit.
You're talking frame generation, and that's you know, like that's a hardware AI type thing. You're not
like
as
a
hardware
tool
versus like generative AI, and there's like completely different things. And like generative AI stuff, like using like, you know, like the placeholders, like a lot of the games, like was it the Claire Obscura devs and some other people had like AI placeholders in the game that was meant to be like replaced with real art, but you know, and people are like, well, why did you have like AI placeholders in the first place? What like benefit was it to have AI of this versus like anything else? And
I think they gave a good explanation.
It's
one of those things. It's bygones be bygones at this point. Like
I feel like it's like
if that's what doing at the time.
If that's what they used it for, and then they truly did replace whatever was generative with you know, human created, I feel like that's a smart use of AI technology. You know,
I think it's
you're a
probably
small
fine,
studio and you're basically mocking something up to see if it works without having to actually develop it in the game. Get it in there and only to find out that, oh shit, this causes this massive bug or glitch, you know, in this other thing. You know, it's a very fine line. It 100% is a very, very fine line.
Because then you have stuff like what was the not the finals, but the other Arc Raiders, where they have the AI the generative AI voice lines for the people. And that's they said, okay, well, we're using this because we have like call outs for each individual item, and that just makes more sense to do that than to have, you know, or someone come in and re-record voice lines every like 3 months that we add new like items and stuff into the game. And then that's even so then like you of every single case I think is going to have this like use, like very specific, like what's your personal take on it. I don't know if there's ever going to be like one solid line where it's like this is good and this is bad.
I wouldn't say
like
no,
not how
though.
nuance works.
Like if you could get a like, because I know Nvidia like
1 second, hang on. What the? Oh, sorry.
You hearing ghosts?
Yeah. Speaking of that, we use AI generated music that is part of Restream, and every once in a while, this fucked up stupid shit will pop on here, and it does it'll do like a, I don't know if it's like a fucking ambient thing or something, but it'll like stop playing mid play.
You can't,
and then it'll like
AI.
God, bro. I'm telling you, what I need to use is I just need to go on to, we do Upbeat, and I fucking pay for Upbeat. I don't know why I don't just have music from Upbeat on there, because it's all, it's weird
License
because
free.
yeah, well, like I pay for the subscription of Upbeat,
Mhm.
and the good thing about it is like, just as long as your stuff is set in the way it needs to be set in, then the channels that you have set for like your YouTube pages and stuff, all your licensing is all covered.
Taken care of, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty great, honestly. But anyways, back to what you were saying, Toaster. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, Nvidia did this thing where they demoed like generative AI used in conversation with an NPC. And
Mhm.
I think somewhere down the road, if you could come up with a video game that responds real time to your smart ass remarks, especially in a role playing game, I think it'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Like, just with
I
my
agree.
personality, like, I mean, I talk shit in World of Warcraft. I crack jokes about how like all of the heroes in WoW are fucking worthless because they always like, oh, go get the other heroes. Oh, you mean the mortals? The normal fucking people that keep bailing your ass out every time you guys decide to fuck with some cosmic entity.
Anduin, please, not again.
Right. Like the minute they introduced a quest to where you could introduce like trade partners and you get to sign the letter, one of the signatures you can use is your character's name, Savior of Azeroth, oh so many times.
Jesus.
But like I feel like, unlocking that kind of technology could be fun. I don't know. I just completely went off on that tangent, but
How dare you?
Yeah, there is like, I think the big thing for me is like, as is for a lot of things, is like the labor issue of it,
yeah,
where
I
it's
mean,
like,
totally using
as
that
someone that
to
wants to do like game writing, and like the way that people get into game writing, especially in the entry level, is by writing barks, which are like basically those things, like NPC responses to players, just either just out of naturally like ambient in the world, or like in response to conversations. And it's just like, here, have like a lot of little like, canned responses to write. And so that's like one of those tough things where, that is like an entire industry that is predicated on that aspect of the game, that you're saying, okay, well, what if we can get a computer to just do this?
Oh
Now,
no,
if you can get
100%
if you
AI
can get
should
a
not be used
computer,
to replace jobs.
yeah,
Like that's
yeah,
where the
right.
line needs to be drawn.
Yeah, and I think, but do think it is interesting to kind of figure out where like that line gets met, right? Where the limit reaches that line, because it's like, if you can get some sort of like, what do you call it? If you have like an AI agent that is trained entirely on like your in-house writing staff, that is like, if you can like get enough like writing samples from your own staff that you're hiring, and then they create this like chat bot basically that speaks in the language and like the cadence of your own personal, like your team's actual like human style, then that could be amazing, right?
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. And I'll tell you this, there's been times before that I've had to, I don't know if you remember, Toaster, but like a year, 2 years ago or so, my voice went out completely.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't speak at all. And I was at the point of being pretty close to being behind on some of the videos because my voice wasn't coming back. So I ended up using 11 Labs, which has like an AI system that's set up to where you'll type everything in, you'll put everything into the system, and then it'll read everything that you type in a I was shocked. Like 11 Labs is a really great tool to use, especially if you're kind of like entry level content creation and you're still not really comfortable like getting your voice on mic. I think that's a good way of doing it because it doesn't sound like, a robot. It sounds more natural, a kind of like free form, like voice to text. But like I said, using that, I don't think there's an issue with using that. The problem is that when people use what they use and do the stuff that they do, it doesn't, especially whenever they don't announce, hey, I'm using this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I've had issues before to where I've gone to like Fiverr and tried to get people to do certain things for header images or whatever else, and they won't tell you that they're using AI. So it's a strange thing, kind of in that sense. So Moving on from that, we're getting pretty close to like the hour, or we only got, I'd probably say about 20 or 30 minutes left that we can really kind of share stuff. But
let's go on.
Yeah.
We can have our AI centric episode next time.
Yeah,
just
right.
Bitch about it for the entire hour.
The God of War TV show has officially recast Kratos after an unexpected injury. It says Ryan Hurst
tore his bicep.
Yeah. Ryan Hurst will reportedly no longer play Kratos in the live-action God of War series. Sony Pictures and Amazon MGM Studios are said to have recast their lead after he suffered a severe injury while shooting the show. Says that Kratos' role being recast due to the actor's physical recovery being too long. He tore his bicep, and it says such injuries can take anywhere between 4 to 6 months to heal, but the physical demand of playing Kratos could reportedly keep him from returning to full capacity up into a year. So they have decided to recast him. So is there anybody that you guys think would be
Christopher Judge?
Yeah,
Christopher Judge.
Christopher Judge.
Thank you. Yes,
or Danny
Christopher
DeVito.
Judge, bro.
Yeah.
That was the
think the whole
first
thing-
fucking thought, bro. I was like, Christopher Judge. Like, I don't understand why they're not using Christopher Judge in general.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead,
that,
Jake.
that's a whole other thing. Where that's a whole other huge conversation. I just think this is all messed up because of just kind of the way that like Hollywood treats like the people that it works like that are working for it. Like this guy, they made this guy who knows how much weight he had to put on just to become Kratos, right? Like that's the kind of thing that's expected of actors like this. They're like, here, buff up, gain 50 pounds of muscle. Oh, we need you to be a fat guy in this one. Gain like 50 pounds of weight or whatever. Do all this stuff. Go through these rapid
Just
changes,
like
and then when
Russell
you get
Crowe
injured,
is like suddenly jacked again. He's like 7.
Yeah. And then like whenever you get injured on the set, doing things that they asked you to do, then they're like, okay, well now we're also going to fire you. You don't have this job anymore because you got hurt doing the thing that we wanted you to do because we made you get into this crazy ass shape for the thing that we needed you to do in the first place. And it's just like, where's the justice in that? I think it sucks. Like
it does.
I hate to be that guy though.
Get their
but,
movie, I guess, or their show, but
like I hate to be that guy because it sucks that he got hurt, but people weren't happy with his casting as Kratos anyway. Like, and that sounds horrible, but this could be a blessing in disguise for Amazon.
I'm not gonna
Prime.
lie. I like Brian
Because I honestly, I was like, I'm not
it
sold
didn't
on
look
this guy
to
as
me
Kratos.
like the right guy for the job either. But I mean, that's kind of like secondary to the point to me. It's like 'cause we don't even know, right? He could have been amazing, and now we'll never know.
He could have been. Yeah, I agree.
Well, maybe not. Probably not. Even to be fair, but we can't.
Maybe
know
not. Probably not. He he could
knows?
have really sucked. I just thought that Ryan Hurst did a really great job as Thor. Like, I thought he would have been a better fit as Thor. He played Thor in the God of War titles.
Yeah.
So,
just
make threw me off.
Make the live action
Really good
show
Thor.
use the people that did the voice acting for it.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm
I
saying.
see no problem with that.
Christopher Judge is a great actor. Like, I mean, I
what? Love him as Teal'c.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
Neil, do
I'm
not shoot
sharing
my
this
head.
just to have ambience, of us. But I personally, I'm a huge fan of this new relaunch God of War. I know there were some fans out there that weren't like the biggest fans of it because they really liked the originals. But I played the originals so much, I was ready for something new.
Dude, like the originals just don't hold up anymore.
In so many ways, like
now,
from a
in
gameplay perspective,
in a lot
from
of ways,
narrative
yeah.
perspective, like,
I mean,
it
but
was
I will
really
say,
cool and edgy when they came out, and I had fun fucking swinging chains around and killing things.
oh yeah,
But like the whole like over steroided testosterone story, just like
I'm just going to tell you, I am super still down for that because they're remaking the originals and they have the original voice actor coming in. I know that there is rumors that they're going to change some gameplay elements. Like they're going to give
To take out Aphrodite's boobies.
probably.
I need to know if the sex mini games are going to.
You're right. Like the
it's
sex
so
mini games
funny.
was crazy,
You
bro.
have to keep them in. They're so bad and so stupid, but like,
Yeah.
just, come on, just keep the stupid sex mini games in. Put a
But
little
it
like
is-
Disney thing at the front, being like,
Right.
we've decided to keep these. We've established these in their original intent. Please understand that the times were not the times of the time were not the cultures of the time were not the same as they are now.
Hold up.
Please
Let me
forgive
turn
us.
this up real quick. Listen to Ryan Hurst as Thor right
It's
here.
fantastic, yeah.
Nice place.
Just this scene. He's a badass Thor. So
There's such an
I think-
understated menace to everything he does.
I think that's one of my reasons. And shout out to Shiriko. I'm using his video. But let's talk, motherfucker. Keep on forgetting.
Just being polite.
Just the entire visual aspect of it. I think that's the reason why it threw me off so much.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person.
This
I thought
scene
that was
is-
funny
you.
too, because if you ever watch Sons of Anarchy, Ryan's character in Sons of Anarchy was never a calm and reasonable person. So it's like, what are you getting at, bro?
The scene
Shout
also
outs
hits pretty
to
hard when you
Andre.
realize, when you realize this guy is a recovering alcoholic in this game,
Yeah,
and he's
the
sitting
big
here with this drink in front of him, just being like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna be threatening and not pretend like this thing in front of me is like taking every little bit of my focus.
All right. All right. So moving on from that, last thing I want to really quick kind of run across here. Take-Two just told its shareholders in writing that GTA will transform the company's financial performance. Management called it a major inflection point. They're projecting over $1 billion in operating cash flow this year, enough to fund new acquisitions and technology investments off the back of one individual game. Meanwhile, GTA Online and GTA Plus are still posting strong numbers 4 months before the game that will replace it, even at launch. So,
In other
Yay,
news, Orc
I
found in
can't-
kitchen.
right?
I can't wait for this to skew fucking other studios' perception of what a good game should do.
That's what I was going to say. So I am excited about Grand Theft Auto 6. I'm excited to play the story of it. I'm excited to see what Take-Two and Rockstar really have planned for the overall aspect of this game. What I'm not excited about is how the games industry will change from it. So we've seen this countless times in so many different iterations of their games, to where Grand Theft Auto will release, and when it does release, Grand Theft Auto, I would probably say Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, and San Andreas were pretty groundbreaking games, but nothing sold like Grand Theft Auto 5. When Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, it really, like, it massively changed the games industry as a whole. And it, at first, like, it was exciting, but then over time you kind of notice, like, is this a bad thing? Like, or is this not what we wanted? Is this is it changing gaming too much?
And the thing that like Take-Two understands, and I think that's the reason that GTA has been so successful, is, I mean, not only is it just cross genre, like so many people play that franchise, but they know, like, how long have they been working on 6?
For a long time.
For a long time, and nobody questioned. You never heard of any, like.
Nobody's
They
like, where's
understand
the
that-
game? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
there
so
was
why isn't
nothing. There
that
was
again?
like they understand the whole, well, when's it gonna come out? Well, when it's done. Well, when's that? Well, when it's done.
Mhm.
And I think like
It says right here that it's been roughly in development for 10 to 12 years.
right, like
Wild, bro.
seriously, like, but the
Wild.
people not need, and this is the like thing, going back to Kingdoms of Amalur in the state of
Yeah.
Rhode Island. Rhode Island fucking invested in that game expecting an instant turnaround, not understanding that it's a video game. You need to generate the fan base. Then a sequel gets released, and that makes the fan base bigger. Like, more studios need to understand that a good game takes time to fucking develop. And rushing these studios to put something out because some shareholder says that this is the deadline, like, that's not the way to do it. That Baldur's Gate 3 was so successful because Larian took their time. And now Hasbro's in a shitty situation because they can't find anybody willing to pick up Baldur's Gate 4. Nobody wants to follow in Larian's because they all understand that, like, no, we can't do that. We're going to have people in suits telling us that we need to have these certain milestones met. And I think the gaming business model needs to go back to understanding, look, you're not going to instantly make a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Unless it's one of these type of unicorn video games.
Yeah, for real.
But if you make a good enough game, you're going to generate revenue long term.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it always comes down to if the game is good, then it makes money. But then that's also not necessarily the case because you also have people that buy shitloads of Call of Duties every year and shitloads of all like the sports and games. And I'm not going to sit here and say those are bad games or anything, but like they can make the same game every year and people will still buy it. I mean, you can make the same argument for like Pokemon games too, if you want to like get away from like ball and gun gamers. Yeah, like there's a lot of games that make a lot of money that don't have to be good. So it's like it's tough to like
Diablo's
tell
good,
people that.
but...
Well, you agree or disagree, but but like you know what I mean. Like like there are a lot of examples of the games that the investors can look at and go, well, okay, but make us a new Destiny, make us a new Diablo, and it's just like it's obviously incorrect, but like it's just there's it's the annoying counterpoint to the fact that you should just make games good,
especially now with the resources that are available. Like you could make a quick game. Suddenly it blows up in popularity. Well, now you have cloud servers and things like that, and you can expand on the universe that you created, and your parent publisher doesn't have to invest a whole lot of money because you're just expanding on a framework you had already in place. I know people shit on live service, but there is a silver lining to live service games.
Yeah.
Eventually they're going to run out of steam. Everything does, and that sucks. But, it's a way for a game to grow and to build a fan base. And, like, they need to understand too that there's those kind of games. They're just sellers. They're always going to make X amount of money. Mm-hmm. They're, I don't want to say dependable, but they're like your estimates on what you're going to make from these kind of games is pretty stable.
Yeah.
And you can expect an extended tail of revenue income from them.
Right.
My thing is to look at what Black Ops 1 and 2 did when they announced that they were putting ports of it on PlayStation 5. It's like what Toaster said. It is an irritation. I'm just going to tell you guys. Like, I love Call of Duty. I love playing Call of Duty. I don't think I'm going to get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. I've kind of like really fallen out of love with Call of Duty over the years. Mm-hmm. But Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 finally were brought back to the PlayStation Store, and everybody was freaking out about it. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, who gives a shit? Who cares? Like those games. I mean, Black Ops 1 and 2 were pivotal games in the Black Ops series, but I don't care about replaying it again. I've played it enough. But Black Ops 2 reached a total of 5.25 million players on PS5.
Wow.
This past week. And it doesn't, it kind of shows it's like the developers, even though they're, owned by Xbox, are working with PlayStation to sell more of these consoles, or more of these games, because the games are priced at $40. But if you have a PlayStation Plus subscription, you can get the games until like August 6th. I think you can get the games for $20 a piece right now.
Mhm.
So they're massively selling these games. Now, mind you,
And that's how I'm playing Black Flag right now. I just signed up for Ubisoft Plus for $18.
mind you, these are just ports. Like there's not really big any.
They didn't do anything with them at all, did they?
And do anything with them.
Yeah.
So me personally, I'm not going to go back and buy a game that's not going to have any type of improvement. Like
That's what I thought
mean,
too. One of my friends was straight up though, like, "Oh man," and like, I'd never heard him talk about Call of Duty at all, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, they got Black Ops 1 and 2. I've been playing zombies again. I forgot how much I love this shit." And I'm like, "Well, zombies is good," so I kind of get that, but that was my thought too. I was like, I don't like 20
No
even
way,
20
bro.
bucks just to play like old school zombies again.
Yeah, like if I'm going to play
I can
zombies,
pass.
yeah, if I'm going to play zombies, I'm going to like re-download Black Ops or Call of Duty World at War, or World War II. World War II had a really weird, unique zombie mode. Or I'm going to play Black Ops Cold War. Black Ops Cold War Zombies was fucking awesome. And a lot of people talk shit about that, but it was actual a mass improvement on visuals, style of play, and everything. So I'm not going to do that. But anyways, to end the show today, we're going to watch this trailer together. I haven't had a chance to watch this trailer, but this is the new Wolverine trailer, and I'm sure it's going to get some type of copyright flag, but I don't give a fuck.
I need to get my popcorn.
I've lived long enough. It's all started to blur together. Every fight, every death.
Fucking Sabretooth, bro.
I can feel it slipping away. Who I am. Who I was. When that's gone, there won't
that
be
Gene?
anything left.
Yeah.
Except rage.
Bro, like when I saw Gene's face and him on there, I'm not gonna lie, I got goosebumps. I was like, oh shit. Wow.
I got whatever the opposite of that is as a longtime hardcore Scott Summers Cyclops fan.
You're like,
But
"Where's
people
Scott?"
are so mad about that, and I don't give a crap.
Why
Like,
are
I've
they
seen a lot-
fucking mad?
Well, it's-
Scotty doesn't know.
There's a lot. Like I could go
Scott,
on. I don't know
there's
if we have
always-
time
I mean,
to really go into like why. Like
there's always
Scott-
been that. There's always been that dynamic of like they're
Yeah,
both in
if
love with
you
Gene.
Only if you've only watched like the movies and watched the cartoon, then yeah. But like it's like if you're like a hardcore like comic fan, like the whole Gene thing was like such a minor part of like Wolverine's like life, and really was only in like I don't even remember how because he wasn't in the first. He wasn't around until Giant Size and the second team showed up. So
Yeah.
that was like the early 80s, I think. But that that's all in the weeds. But the point of it is that like it's one of those relationships that it's really got a lot of outsized recognition for how like little of a point it matters in the character's overall story. If like you're a big time comic book head. And so people think that's dumb, but like, the way I look at it is it's a video game, it's a whole new story, it's an adaptation. They're telling an entirely new story. They can do whatever they want with it.
My uncle is a real big, like old school X-Men, like Avengers fan, really big comic book reader back in the day. And he had stated something about that, like, cause I really loved like the Fox, like X-Men, like movie, like, I loved it.
X-Men 2 is one of the best superhero movies.
No
ever.
question. And, but I knew, like, I remember when him and me went and saw X-Men 2, and he was like I remember him bringing up the point of like this whole love interest between him and like Jean, and like then and what was it, X-Men Last Stand, whenever Jean like went
Blows him
full
away.
on like
She's
crazy,
full Phoenix, yeah.
the full Phoenix. He was like, just like that's one thing, like they focus on this whole like love. I'm like, I get it, but it's cinematic shit. Like they're adding those interests in for people that are not big fans, like or not the biggest fans of X-Men as well. Like they've got to have centralized different things that can pull multiple different audience members in to watch a movie. So they've got to expand on certain things. But we all know that, Wolverine, I mean, his love interests were more than just Jean. His love interest span across centuries.
Yeah.
So
Like,
and fuck that chick from.
He's got multiple kids, and none of them are from Jean Grey.
No, and fuck the love interest in, what was that? A Wolverine Origins? Is that what it was?
Yeah, well,
I can't remember.
It was like
that,
supposed to be like Silver Fox, but it was just like
it was just a
Native
normal
American woman. Yeah,
yeah.
Just
named
some random
like
lady.
Kayla Silver Fox.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm really excited for this game, dude.
It looks
I'm
fun.
like, man, it looks like it's going to be one hell of a time. So,
It
anyways,
brings
guys,
that old game, the old 360 one with the
oh my
it was
God.
the Wolverine Origins movie.
Wolverine Origins
Yeah, it's a
game.
really
It was
good game.
so fucking awesome, dude.
And-
Like that was one of the first games you saw like
Was that
actual.
on the original Xbox?
I think it was.
It was Xbox 360.
Yeah.
It was
It was?
360.
I
Yeah,
I don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was.
it was 360. I remember, yeah, because I think I had it on PS3 at the time, but it was badass, bro. Like the regeneration and shit like that of your character, like you could blow up some shit, and like his face, like you would see like his meat and bones, and how it would
metal
just
bones, yeah.
Oh man, that was so cool, bro. Anyways, episode 398 is in a close now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode. We'll be back hopefully next Sunday to do another episode. I should be officially off of this stupid overnight schedule stuff.
Awesome.
360 and PS3, and it was good on PSP too. I didn't even
Nice,
know it was on
nice.
PSP.
Yeah, they had some other
Shout outs to
outside ones.
Andre for sure for coming in and checking. We got to get you on the show, Andre. Like you got to stop coming in as just
Just the
like,
chat.
we got to
yeah.
have you in as a guest. Yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Check us out at cineleaks.com for some of our latest reviews, gaming news, previews, and more. And we love you too, Andre. We love you. And love you guys. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Later.
Peace.